Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to Inner Sovereignty. This is such an important module and training in our journey of living our divine destiny, fulfilling our life purpose, and living the life we came here to embody, to experience through our unique human experience. So we're going to learn about how to actually bring our energy back, our power, and to create that from the inner out, right? Not from the outside in, how we are used to and conditioned to believe, think, and act in the world. So it will be a paradigm shift how actually reality functions, to remember who we truly are, our true power, which is infinite, godlike, and the way we've been misusing our power. We've given away our energy, parts of our soul, of our being, and we might be wondering why is not everything working? Why there are so many challenges? If you find yourself with agitated mind, or caught up in drama, or in addictions, all of this might happen because you gave your power away. This is so important, and we tend to live our lives as a limited human being when actually we are so much bigger than that. We forgot our divine potential, our true essence, who we truly are. So this is a foundational piece in order to reclaim that, because without this, it's almost impossible to live our divine destiny, the life that we came here to express, our soul unique expression into the world. Because the outer world is just a reflection of our inner world. If you imagine like looking into a mirror, this is exactly how we project. Our consciousness is just a projection outside into the reality, and we perceive the reality, which is actually like in a mirror, seeing ourselves. So if we want to change the reality outside, if we are not satisfied with the relationship, with the career, with how we feel, we want things from outside. But outside, it's only a cause, it's not the effect. The effect, it's an effect, it's not a cause. The cause, it's us, our consciousness. So we'll explore that today, and we'll learn powerful practices how to bring back our energy, how to claim back our power. And it will be a game changer, because we shift completely how we engage with life. But it's not just to understand theoretically, because it's very important to have the practical tools in order to make this shift permanent and to live from your inner power. And we'll learn about the central channel, the space of awareness, and many other practices, how to use the breath in order to claim that energy back and to use it properly, how we are meant to use it. So of course, we're going to start a little bit with a little bit of theory, just to understand the bigger picture, because it's important for the intellect, for the mind, to have this perspective, because we are used to think it's the other way around. So it's just a reminder, because you already know this. And I invite you to listen with your soul, right? Not only logically, but as a intention of remembrance, because you might see if it resonates with you, this what I'm gonna explain. So we believe we are this limited human body, right? But we know already that this is such a limited understanding, that actually we are part of the infinite source, right? We are this infinite creative energy, and we are just an expression of that, compressed more and more into the physical body. So this is how the universe actually got formed, and we are what is in the macro, it's in the micro as well, right? So from the higher chakras, and of course there are much more than the 7 that we normally used to think about. So the energy descends into much, from the subtle into much grosser and denser energies till it reaches the root chakra, right at the base of the spine, and then it's where we form the body. And we are living on this planet, right? And what we do, so when the energy descends, we form a body, and the energy actually wants to come back, right? So first it descends, but then it's supposed to come back. But what happens is when we land into this physical body, even from childhood, right, we experience a lot of maybe trauma or powerful events that made us contract, right? And we created distortions in our energy systems. So the energy could not get back home. So what we did, because we created all these blockages in our energy system, we tend to go outside in order to get things, people, money, relationships, whatever we feel that will get us the energy to unlock, because we're feeling something is missing, because there are these inner blocks, right? And we feel like something is missing. Do you have this feeling? Do you say yourself, I feel an inner void, something is missing, right? And we tend to go outside and to get energy, right, from outside to fill an inner void. And this can be either in the root chakra related to security, or second chakra related to pleasure, or third to power, connection, and so on, right? So we have the blocks in the inner system, and then we want to, our ego is formed in this way to protect us from being hurt again. So everything has the root cause of it is that we experience some trauma, something uncomfortable, even from childhood, but throughout our lives, and this gets amplified. We block our system even more, and this is, of course, it's not only in the energetic body; it's in the mental as beliefs, it's in the emotional body as trauma or an emotional wound, and it's even in the physical body. We feel a tightness in the chest, right? It's so somatizes, so it might get into some physical illness and so on if it's not unblocked. So all the causes of our disease, it's this energy blocks, right? So going back, we tend to go outside to get what we feel is not whole within us. So what happens is that we give our energy, our consciousness, who we truly are, because we are not this human body, we are this consciousness, this energy, this divine awareness, right, flowing through this body, through all these energy systems. And because we think and we give our power away to these things outside of ourselves, we lose our divine essence, connection to our higher being, and all our awareness is driven outside of us, right? Like social media, I'll put here the phone, right? Because this is a very good example with the social media who's capturing our attention so much in these days, trying to keep us there outside of ourselves, giving our power away. And this is so bad, so not healthy for our being, because our awareness, our essence goes outside of ourselves. So we give our power away and get stuck in here. We might get some satisfaction, some energy for the moment. When we earn some money, we get some likes or whatever it might happen. So the energy gets full for a few minutes, hours, whatever. But then, because we didn't work at the root, that blockage is not resolved. It will come again, and then we need more. So we are in this cycle, never ending, and we want even more energy from outside. So we go more and more outside of ourselves, right? And what happens if we function on this paradigm, which is the mental realm, the matrix? It functions the law of duality. So if we go and we are attached to these things, meaning we think this is the root of our happiness, this is what means attachment, then what happens when we lose them? We go into the negative, the loss, the regret, the suffering. So we go on this journey for ages, for lifetimes, till we learn the lesson. And the lesson is coming back to ourselves, to the center, to get out of this never-ending loop, karmic loop, This is our karma, actually. So we learn the lesson to come back to the heart, come back to the body, and to claim our energy back. Just for a moment, just if you will, to make just a very brief exercise to understand what I'm talking about. Imagine for a moment you are right here in your body, right? Present. Imagine somebody walking through the door or in front of you, somebody who's pushing your buttons, who's either intimidating you or making you angry, or you have some conflict with that person. Can you think of somebody like that in your life? Some resentment or whatever, or even some attachment, somebody you like really adore, or you want to something from them. And observe what happens with your energy. And what happens, probably the energy, the attention left your body and went into them. Right? Now imagine you're taking the energy back, like withdraw the attention back to yourself, to your center, to your heart, to your body, to your midline. We're going to do an exercise in a moment. But just observe the difference. Now giving them, again, the energy. Or it can be any object or any event, somebody, right? Or even imagine with the social media, how your energy, your attention goes into that story, into that movie, which of course is not the reality. And observe taking it back. That thing outside still happens, doesn't disappear, but your relationship with it changes. And observe the type of presence, of calmness when you take back your energy, bring it home. Right? So this is the foundation of inner sovereignty, and is the foundation to building our true divine destiny. Because when we are living outside of ourselves, when we are giving our power away, we're not living our divine destiny. We're living a karmic, automatic life based on reactions, based on patterns, based on our subconscious beliefs, which many are limiting. And by the way, we're not going to talk today. It's going to be in a different module, how we rewrite the beliefs and heal the trauma, alchemize at the root. But just to understand that when we are living on autopilot, and this is when we are giving our power away, it's a karmic life, and we're just multiplying and continuing this loop of suffering, right? So we need to to get out of this pattern if we want freedom, if we want to live our true destiny from our true being, and to live a life of true fulfillment, abundance, joy, relationship that nourish our soul, and to come back to who we truly are. Actually, this is our deepest yearning, our soul, to come back to ourselves, for our soul, because this is our soul that gets trapped into the world of the mind, into the matrix, to come back and to unite with spirit. This is what yoga actually means, right? Union between our soul and spirit. So this is exactly actually what it means by living our divine destiny. It's coming back to our true, unique essence, our authentic self, bring back our soul, and live our life in accordance to spirit, to our higher self, to express our unique vibration into the world, right? Because when we do that, the outside world becomes just an expression of our inner world. We don't need to chase, to fight, to manipulate things outside. They will just come, they will align with our alignment with source, right? So everything falls into place on all levels, even physical health improves, relationships, abundance, fulfillment work, relationships, everything, right? When we live in this space, everything is given, right? Like how Jesus is saying in the Bible, put first the kingdom of God and everything else shall be added unto you. So we don't renounce these things. They will come naturally, will be drawn to us when we live in truth. So this is the natural way of living and the most fulfilling one. Because if we chase these things, we lose ourselves, right? And we lose the most precious gift, because that's you, that's your energy, that's your soul. You cannot imagine how beautiful you are, how much love you have within you, because this is your nature. You don't have to chase it from outside. Abundance, it's your natural state. Peace, it's your natural state. Everything, it's already within you. Everything that you're chasing, trying to get from outside, it's already there. You just have to remember that. But it's not only a theoretical understanding like what we did now. We have to practice. You have to experience that in yourself, to be a visceral experience in order for this to become truth. Otherwise, it's just theory. And theory keeps us trapped still in the mind. It's still in the matrix. So we have to embody this knowing. First of all, we need to remember this essence, and we do this, of course, by coming back to presence, to stillness, right? But then we have to embody our true identity, our true essence. And we learn in the other modules in this journey how we do that, how we actually do the process of embodiment. But coming back to inner sovereignty, as I was saying, is the foundation. Without this, nothing happens. So I will guide you in a short process how we actually do these steps, right? How we actually claim our energy and withdraw the energy from the outside world, right? Presence, as we were sharing in a different module, I hope you listened to it already, is coming back to the presence, how we release the attachment to the outside world and come back to stillness. In inner sovereignty, we're going further than that, right? So we'll do a guided practice in a moment. Hope this clarified for you. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments, give us a reply and ask. We'll be happy to explore. And of course, in the other modules, everything builds on the other module, like building brick by brick this journey. So we want to keep it short, simple, just to enough for the mind to understand, but also focus on the practice. So this is what we're going to do next.